Alrighty, Ruin Kuka got you to you, and all my nobody's not watching out there. Um, so just a quick before I begin the thing, because I'm gonna have to push the button and I'm sure he'll start talking. Um, I did kind of let the game just kind of keep doing its own thing. Like while I was cooking, um, I came back in and I would just like wiggle the joystick to make sure that my thing wouldn't like forget that I was playing and be like, go into auto shutdown mode, or I'm gonna go into rest mode or whatever, because not having that, or just turn itself off, it power save. So I just wiggled around, and I did that after I was done cooking and I was eating and I was watching whatever I was watching, and I think it was like, I don't know, what, a Halloween themed thing or something. It doesn't really matter. And for anybody who cares, I decided to kind of make up a whole new thing, but it really wasn't a whole new thing because I'm sure there were other people who made it, and I just made it differently. I chose to just take whatever I had because I've been talking so much about food. I made sort of like a noodle tuna casserole. It was with broccoli, and I used spaghetti noodles because I had those left over, and I had tuna, and I had some kind of frozen fish thing. You know, you get this fish fillet, like the ones that are breaded and stuff. I don't know, it's like frozen, and I had chicken, and I used some chicken, and then I had a chicken pot pie that had broccoli in it. I also had broccoli, and I made, like, I basically just mashed all this together and put it on top of the cooked spaghetti, and then put it in the oven. And nah, the spaghetti down there, even though it was cooked, did not get properly baked. But that's okay. I didn't really want it to be all crispy and shit. I don't really know how that worked. I don't think you're supposed to use spaghetti. I mean, you can, but I did what I could with the best that I had, and it actually came out pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like the tuna plus whatever fish type they used. I think it's cod. I don't know. Plus the chicken from the chicken pot pie, which is really low quality, and the better chicken that I had that I threw a little bit on and mixed in, and then I had cheese in it of two types, used cheddar and mozzarella, or maybe it was Parmesan. I think it was mozzarella, and I kind of mixed that in. It was pretty good, actually. I was like, you know what? Like, I would eat this again if I had such a random amount of ingredients and stuff. It was not bad. I ate the whole thing. Like, I was not at one time. I didn't just sit there and like open my mouth and just Kirby that shit. But I did enjoy it over the course of, like, you know, a couple days, because it was quite a bit. Actually, I didn't expect it to be that much food. I mean, it's a casserole, bro. You're not supposed to eat an entire casserole to yourself. That's some sad, depressing shit. But I did, and it was actually really good. So that's what I made, and it took a while, but I just kept coming back in here every now and then, just kind of like, boop. And then while I watched stuff, I would just kind of like, boop, and wiggle the thing around, just to make sure that it remembered that I was playing the game. Because apparently I can just, because I can leave the game running, and as long as it doesn't, the PlayStation doesn't think I've stopped playing, like for an extended period of time, it will let me just sit there and pass time. It will, which is pretty cool in some cases, because I can like do something else, like cook or watch, you know, whatever, some Halloween themed stuff. As a result, a lot of time passed during that because casseroles are not quick to make. Cooking takes a while, blah, 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 blah. Eating, I take my time, and I was watching the thing, and I just kind of kept doing that over and over. But I'm confident that time has passed, and then when I was finally done eating and everything, I had no desire to come back to this game. I was like, fuck all that. I am done. This game pisses me off. I am not having fun. So, what do I do? I put it into rest mode, because I think that sort of, it's because I didn't want to push the button and continue on, because I knew it would require me to, you know, I'd have to record it and see what else happened. I don't want to do that. So I just put it in arrest mode. And I don't know if that means that in this game, it will consider as though I have been there the entire time. Or if it's gonna... I don't know how that'll work, because it does seem to consider my time. One thing I did notice is when I started this again, I got an achievement. And it was something that basically was... I think it was called dedication. And it means play it for an entire Tuesday. Which it is currently Tuesday, October 24th. And it's still only like 8:43. So I didn't play it for the entire Tuesday. So I don't know if I really earned that. But I didn't know that was an option. I haven't looked through the achievements. And I don't really feel like... You know... I don't know. Does the game, maybe with the rest mode, consider it like a 24-hour period? Possibly. That would make sense. I could see that. So maybe they're like 24 hours involving a Tuesday would work. I don't know. But it's like a 3.7%. It was a gold achievement. Or trophy or whatever. So that's cool. And I'm going to move on now. And yeah, so I just figured I'd bring you up to speed. And just see how the time change works. I know it's actually not daylight savings time yet. That happens later. So yeah, that's what happened. And the food was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Shit, was that actually like days ago? Have I missed this? Yes, I think that was days ago. I think I just came back on a Tuesday. So it's been... I don't think I just like did this last night. I think this is like... That was like... Is this still Tuesday? Fuck, what day is it? No, it's Tuesday. Okay, cool. Okay, I don't know. No, I stopped Monday morning at some point. Put it in arrest mode, and then I'm coming back, and it's pretty late on Tuesday. Well, it's not late, but it's, you know, after 8 p.m. So, anyway, that's that. So here we are. And it does seem like it's not correctly, accurately representing time, because it's like 8:45, right? Yeah, 8:45 right now in real time. That's saying it's about 7:40, well, 7, okay, so there's some sort of time dilation here happening, and I don't really care. But, I'm going to do one more reverse lap. And, still no door. But obviously there's clearly no choice but to push the button, and then he's going to be so mad at me. Oh, dearie. And I'm going to say, hey, plant, if whatever I do ends up... Why are you so pointy? Ends up 86ing your existence. I'm sorry. Thank you, clock, for being here. I guess, even though you were really annoying. But you let me know that time does pass. I'm pretty confident I didn't stop when this happened, so you kind of re-updated. And I got a trophy out of it. Who would play a whole 24 hours? No idea. That seems like a stupid achievement. Especially on a specific day. Like, especially if it was hidden. Like, I don't know. But, let's go ahead and skip ahead.
Stanley, please don't push the button again.
I could do it right now. Don't fucking...
Hours. You've just been frozen there.
I mean...
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my
could just
God,
push it
there's
right
no way
now.
out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've
Try
looked
the
at it from
juggernaut
every
again.
angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
You don't say?
There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen.
Maybe it'll kill you.
I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've
Because
been
what other
thinking and
choice do I
thinking, and
have?
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my
Give me a
God.
door to leave.
And it's all because of those reviews. Those
Yes,
reviews
yes,
that I couldn't
yes.
get out of my head. I just
Blame
couldn't
them.
ignore the
Of course,
negative
it's
feedback.
them.
Why
You
was it
can't
so
control the
important for me to
button. You
fix
can't
the
control.
problem? Why did
No,
Cookie
of
Nine's
course.
opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are.
No, it's all
Would it
just
ever
you
really
playing
matter?
a
But
part.
here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that
Are you
anyone
done?
ever says about me. The merest mention of one
Guess
of
I'll
my
just run
imperfections,
around.
and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For
You're
whose
just gonna
benefit
keep
is
going?
this? And here I am,
How
now
long?
stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that
Yep.
I'm going to be stuck all alone.
Yep.
But I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just
I mean,
your
you could make the
decision
door
as to
disappear.
exactly
You
when
made
you're
the
going to make me
button
suffer,
a
to
thing.
leave me all
You
alone.
you don't
Surely
have any
you
power over your
doubt it.
capacity to create the
Surely
button,
you'll press that
nor I
button
mean that's what
again,
you're claiming
leaving me
anyway.
here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety.
Why
that
would
you
I
sit
give a
with me and
fuck
just
about
stare.
you,
Oh,
dude?
no,
You are an
no,
asshole.
You'll be leaving me. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews.
No,
Those
no, no,
reviews
no.
that
I
couldn't get out of my
disliked you
head. I just
far
couldn't
before any of
ignore
that.
the negative feedback.
At least
Why
you're
was it
taking
so
some
important for me to
iota
fix the problem?
of
Why did
responsibility,
Cookie
but
Nine's
you
opinion
just...
matter so much to me? I've
Are
never
we back
even
to
met
that?
Cookie
Oh,
Nine.
okay,
I
we're
have
hitting the
no
rotation.
idea
Alright,
who
that's
they-
fine. Fuck off.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh wow, the
back.
power has gone
Thank
down.
goodness.
I've been gone for a
Someone
while.
talk to me again.
We're down to one
Stanley,
light.
I think it's been a week. Or
2 weeks?
I've been sitting here all that time. Just
Oh
sitting
great.
here. Not a
Oh,
single
nope, see, I
person to speak to.
apologize to the
And
plant.
you'd
You see
think
that?
That's just
I knew
how
it.
It's always been,
I knew the
right?
plant. I just
Me
knew the
talking,
plant was there for a
you
reason.
saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just
I feel bad
talking?
for the plant,
But
though.
It isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley.
That's
I'm
the
realizing
gift of the
that
button.
I needed to know that someone was listening.
No
I
one
needed there to be a
cares.
vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore.
It's all
I'll
about
give
you.
it all up.
Yeah.
I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and
You don't
God,
even
I
know
can
what
see
the
now that I
story
need it
was
more than
before.
anything,
You-
is to
we
know
did the story.
that
This is
someone
new
else
stuff.
is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe...
No,
it means I
I'm
will.
probably just,
Maybe
I don't know, some
I'm not
sort of
just a
weird
fiction.
semi-god
Was I scared
myself
of
that
all along?
has
Perhaps,
needs you as a
yes.
go-to
Perhaps I've
to.
been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley.
Hello,
I can't lose
darkness,
myself in
my
the
old
stretch
friend.
of emptiness between you and me. When you
You're
press
going
that
to
button,
have
you're
to
still
deal
right
that-
there, but I
deal
know
with
you're
that
so tremendously
again.
far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds
I'm
itself outward in
slowly
between the two
ever
of us. I am
creeping,
suspended in its unyielding
and the
quietness. I can
unyielding
feel the
silence
edges of
will
my
be
reality curdling
almost
inward
as
and
though I'm
decaying.
sleeping,
I can tell that I
and
am
the
becoming less and
narrator
less real.
will
Yet to speak to you
slowly
now, I
continue
am alive. I
losing
am truly
his
and completely
mind.
here. I am a being. I am
And
someone. I am something.
okay
I am being listened to. I am
if
being
I
recognized.
find
The emptiness between
that
us has
I
collapsed,
have lost
and I
him
feel right
to
now like I
the
am not a
sound
work of fiction.
of
I feel as
my
though I
own
occupy space
silence.
in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
I'm actually
You can
totally
see what
okay
this
with
means
taking
to me.
that away from
I'm
you.
so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel
I'm
as
just
certain
waiting
about
till you
this as
start
I've ever felt about
your
anything at all. I feel
your
renewed.
loop again,
I
just
feel
so I did
restored,
the thing.
And already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think
Yes,
of returning
good,
to such
good,
coldness.
good.
Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us work with it. Let us not...
Alright, you're starting to get to my side, dude. Alright, we'll have a moment of silence for you. We'll share it together. Like, I'll be here with you. And I'm going to stop speaking for a moment. And then I'll probably push that button. Alright, that's about as much silence as I can stand as an ADHD person. And now I'm gonna just berate you with all the bullshit that you've done with me, with the whole like, okay, well I guess I'll just go on a tangent. And I do that all the time, and I almost feel like this is sort of like some sort of punishment for the fact that even nobody watches my videos, that I do that all the time. But it's like, at least I'm kind of entertaining and you're just annoying. And I've had other people see the thing and like laugh and watch and blah 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 blah. Like, some people have validated my ass. I guess enough people, probably more people have validated you because it was a top selling game, or there's a reason why I'm playing this game, and it's not because I wanted to, it's because other people have said positive things about it. That said, I'm just gonna spout off a bunch of nonsense like you were when you were going through your thing. It's like, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. There wasn't much that he could do after that moment. All he could do was provide the mercy of a quick death to his greatest friend, the gentlest soul he had ever known. All he had to do was pull the trigger. She was the sun, and without the sun, what light could from yonder window break? If you take slot B and enter into slot C after folding crease 27A, you'll start to form. With string theory, what you really have to consider is that all the things is created by invisible spaghetti-like strands. The flying spaghetti monster is an actual religion, and you can become an ordained minister in it. The what? The who? The chicka slim. This place is pretty shady because we only have a single light. I saw the light, and I forgot the rest of the lyrics, so I'm not singing it right. Doing a different tune and all that shit. Oh fuck, this shit makes me wanna quit. I'm really sorry to this plant. It's definitely not doing very well. What's eating it? My understanding of botany is that these spots are that it's actually getting too much light in certain places. At least the light's over here, so I guess it's getting some nourishment from it, photosynthesis-wise. But narrator, fuck your couch, dude. Like, you suck, and I miss the female narrator. Even if she basically didn't help me at all, and I probably could have had a whole different experience if I'd fought you a little more, or not fought you at all. I don't know. I think that's the whole point. I think I missed the majority of that actual game, and I've moved on to like 2.0 of the game, and it's not, that wasn't a good example of the game, so as a result I have a negative opinion of the game, as opposed to other people who might have, as normal gamers, been a little less, or more, like, not necessarily normal, but they would have wanted to survive, and instead I was like, you all have already annoyed me so much, I'm okay with mutually assured destruction, and I am happy to start the thing because I can. You know, the gamer in me told me to push the off. That's what I should have done, right? Just to be contrary and just because I didn't like him, I thought it would blow everything up. I hoped it would, and when it did, I rejoiced. But now I was gone for, what, 2 weeks, apparently? And let's just see how long I'm gone now. Enjoy the sound of silence. So let's see how long I've been gone this time.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us. And
there is no us.
We've been through.
Don't
I've
do
had
that.
So
don't do that.
much time.
How much time?
I stopped keeping track after a year.
Ooh,
have
a
you
couple
ever
of years
sat
at
down
least.
in one place and not moved for one entire year?
I don't think you
Let me
have a
describe
body,
it
but
for you.
yeah.
To
No, see,
begin
here we
with,
go.
There is
Oh my
only
god.
regret. There is only the turning wheel.
I almost want to just push the button just to skip it, but I feel like it's
nothing at all but
important to
regret
listen.
For the longest time, Stanley. Days.
Just
months.
running in circles.
I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
All you had to do was undo the fact you
Began to
took away the
subside.
door, you
What
punk
took its
ass.
place is what I can only describe
Also, why
as
can't
the
you control your
collapse of
button?
every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Yay!
All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In
Yay!
that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an
I still feel
impossibly
like you're
rich wellspring
just
of both
lying.
delight and disgust simultaneously. I
Good,
was
good, good,
consumed
good,
by
good.
it.
Feels like you're
I could
growing.
do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity.
Excellent.
But what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me.
Oh,
It
wait,
was
no.
unlike anything
You're gonna
I had
turn
ever known.
full
it was
Joker
a
mode
space
now.
without consequence, without
Oh,
action
here we
or
go.
outcome. It was divorced entirely from the
Now
question of
he's
free
going
will
into
that you and I have
nihilism.
squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome
blah,
of
blah,
events.
blah, blah,
Not if
blah.
all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines.
Oh no,
and that
is he
each of
reaching
them was
singularity?
simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the
I may have made a
equanimity
mistake
of
here.
the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience.
Just staying in that
This
nirvana.
moment passed, and the
Yay.
most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my
Great.
mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix
No,
me,
you're
but merely
waiting to
to
fucking
state
fuck
for you
shit up
the
for
plain
me
fact
even
of this
more.
manner of existence.
Oh, the
I
plan.
wish you to feel afraid as I do. That
Yep,
perhaps
see,
one
there we
day
are.
this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will
Good luck,
somehow,
bitch.
in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for
Come
you
at
to
me,
be
bro.
in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Yeah, no. I've already been there, and I was there before. Before you ever exist, before I played this game. Don't threaten me, motherfucker. You made the door disappear. You don't control your own fucking button. I think does this clock even work anymore? Nope, it stopped. It ran out. I've been gone for a long time, my friend. But you know what? I'm not afraid of you. I feel bad for the plant. Although these leaves, they should be, like, every part of this should have just decomposed, even in a very closed environment. You are to blame for all the things. You took away the door, you created the button, you regret creating the button, you don't have control over the button you created. I'm the victim here, and now you think you can punish me by making me feel what you yourself have wrought upon yourself. I didn't make this button. I'm not Cookie 9 or whatever the fuck. I just walked down an area. You, even if I'd run by them, you still would have had access to them and would have started talking about them and whatever. You are the vehicle. You're the siege engine of the castle of your own mind, sir. I am merely... I think passenger is raising myself to a higher level than I am. So I'm going to stop this and start it again because you finally, for once, were quiet. And maybe that's like, oh, I'm going to give you the silent treatment. And that's how I'm going to get you back. It's like, oh God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God he's finally shut up. But I'm going to go over here and end it on this, just in case this has some sort of meaning that it's like, what? It's like almost 1. It's like 1:55 or something, 1:54. Maybe that means something. I doubt it, because time no longer seems to have any relevancy. But but you threatening me with existential dread and nihilism and all that shit, motherfucker, you got nothing. Do not speak the old ways to me, witch. I was there when they were written. I was there when the first thing came into being. I was there, waiting. And when the last living thing dies, my job will be done. I'll put the chairs on the tables. I'll turn off the lights. And I'll lock the doors to the universe behind me. So fuck off, buddy. I'm glad you got to suffer a bit. Not really nice that you had to sit there in the darkness alone for a while, because definitely not healthy for anything, but God, you're such a dick, I just almost barely care at all. So I'm going to end this, and we're going to see where it goes from here, because I'm not a fan of the game, but I'm just continuing on because I still haven't gotten my money's worth out of it. At least I got to hear your little, well, I don't like you very much, Stanley, and you hurt me, and you're finally back, and I've thought about this, and maybe I can get back at you by making you feel... It's like, bitch, I already felt like that before that. Fuck you. That's, like, this is not new. Like, welcome to my world. Only I don't have your godlike narrator power. And also, it's really on you, because, once again, you made the button. You took away the door. Unless there's some sort of other entity in this thing, which has not yet to be revealed, except for the other narrator, which was only there for a short period of time, and I can't say much about it, except for that I like them more than you, but I could be wrong. But let's see how the next thing goes. I'll be back in just a minute. Don't neglect your jump button, because you don't have it anymore, except for in that tiny little jump circle, at least in this game. And I'm kind of... I got some satisfaction out of the narrator being like, I'm going to be calm, but I'm not pleased with you, Stanley, and I'm going to make you suffer the way I did. It's like, oh, really? Do you think so? Do ya? Alright, let's see what you got. Come at me, bro. Let's do this. I'll be back in a second.